the significance of cycling is that it has so many co-benefits. For the transportation people, it's a way to reduce traffic congestion. For the health people, it's a way to get people more physically active and reduce injuries. For the landscape architecture people, it's a way to make the city more beautiful, to draw people out to cycling.
B-I-K-E-A-B-I-L-I-T
and Y. A very important part of this Bikeability project is the bringing together of very different disciplines and groups of people who otherwise may never get together.
Well, the surprising part of it might be that I conducted a GPS study in Aarhus, the second largest city in Denmark, and found that people tend to cycle out of their closest area where they live. People tend to go further away from where they live than they maybe do in Australia and in Belgium as well. It's part of who we are. It's not a thing we should choose actively. It's more, maybe it's more convenient, but it's also a part of our habits and the way we're raised. It's part of the culture.
One of the interesting things was that actually, you know, we split our experiences up in good and bad, and we took a long time to think about which categories of good and bad we have, but we didn't think that actually considerate drivers would be one of the good experiences. You always hear about this fight against bicyclists against drivers, but there were several answers in the questionnaire where bicyclists stated that drivers were acting considerately towards them. In my personal experience shows me that cars mostly are a menace for bicyclists. There are too many and they pollute, and there's all the noise, and there's not enough space in several places. And that was quite interesting to learn a different approach there.
Well, one of the things we found was that the kind of bicycle lane or path track that you have matters relatively little compared to the environment it goes through and compared to other bicyclists and their behavior. So for example, whether it's a bike path or whether it's a bike track, apparently doesn't seem to make a difference to people.
Yeah, it appeared that when looking at people's tracks, which were recorded by means of GPS, it was apparent that what was most important was for their choice of route was not how far they had to go, but how many turns they had to make.
One thing that we're finding is just how important traffic is as a barrier to people. In a little survey that we did, we asked people, how much would you bicycle if you felt safer from traffic? And basically, twice as many people would bicycle as bicycle now.